welcome back to the channel, and today I want to talk to you about how to not procrastinate so much. Okay guys, so we all procrastinate, we all hate doing things, but they all have to get done in the end, so let me fix this. So basically, I'm going to give you guys 3 tips on how to not procrastinate as much. And if you like this video, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and don't forget to don't miss out on any of my lifestyle videos, Emily's makeup tutorials, all that coming soon. So like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and let's get right in. Tip number 1 today is going to be definitely don't think about how hard or how long the task is going to take. When you think about how long and how difficult it's going to take, you are never going to complete it. You have to just jump into it. So like, I'm guilty of this myself. So after you jump into say you get home from school and you're like, oh man, I got 3 pages worth of a packet to do. Don't think about how long that's going to take you, because the longer you think about it, the more you procrastinate, and then the longer it ends up taking you in the long run. Just bang it out. Just sit down and just be like, all right, I got 3 pages. It's got to get done either way. So let's do it. The more time you take to procrastinate and just not focus on what's actually important, the more you waste your time. And this goes with anything, not just homework, life in general. If you procrastinate, I don't know, getting up, getting stuff done, you are going to hold yourself back so much by not taking your best leap forward. So take that time, just push through it. I know it sucks. I do it all the time. I have a ton of homework. You know, senior year might be a little easier, but I mean, I'm still going to procrastinate a lot, but I gotta remember my own tips. Just stay on it, don't give up, and just push right. Tip number 2 is going to be set a goal. What do you want to achieve in a certain time amount? So, like I went back to in the last tip, if you get home from school and you have a whole bunch of things you gotta get done, set a time. Say, all right, I'm gonna take 25 minutes to do this, and set a reasonable time. So like, if you have like a page and a half to do, if you don't set a time limit, you're going to procrastinate, and then you're not going to get any of it done in that 25 minutes. So say, I'm going to take 25 minutes, I can do this in 25 minutes, take that 25 minutes, do that, and then start the next thing, set a time for that. And then after a while, you won't need to do that because you'll just be so accustomed to this routine. So set a time. When I do homework, I set a timer. Not because I need to necessarily do it in a certain amount of time, but because I want to, so that way I can stay focused and maximize my time during the day. Because little do we realize that from high school, we have the most amount of jam-packed days in our lives. When we graduate, we have college. So for those of you in college, this could be a great tip, because maximizing your time in production is so key when you're in college, because you have classes, you have homework, you have friends, some of you have jobs. You have to maximize your time, because otherwise you're gonna fall behind and it's not gonna be good. So maximize that time that you're taking, so that way you can be as successful as possible. Like I said before, I know it's hard. It is so hard. You don't want to do that. You sit there and you're like, oh, come on. But you have to push through it, because either way it has to get done if you want to get a good grade, good pass, and that goes with anything in life. So don't give up, and that brings me to my next tip coming up. Okay, my next tip, and this probably is the most important if you are in high school, middle school. If you're watching this in elementary school, don't watch, because this is not going to help you. But middle school, high school, the most important thing is to work in a quiet space. Most of us get distracted when we come home from school, say we're home alone, and then people start coming home. Your younger siblings, your parents, they ask you how your day was. And they don't mean to distract you, but that's just how we are as people. We get distracted when people come in the room. So for us to work in a quiet spot where no one's gonna bother you, or you're barely ever gonna get bothered, because once you get distracted, you lose your complete motivation to do anything. So if you're doing homework and you're like, oh man, I'm busting through this, I'm doing good, you're following all these other tips, and then someone walks in the room, that could knock your whole production right off. So you gotta stay in a quiet spot. Let people know ahead of time. If they're not home, text them, be like, hey, I'm doing homework, I need like 25 minutes, so we can talk after that. But don't let people interrupt your production, because once you stop, you're never going to start again. I mean, I know from personal experience. I say, oh, I'm just going to stop for 5 minutes and grab a drink. We all know that's going to turn into 10 minutes to check on your phone, 20 minutes, someone texts you, and then you get into like an argument, or you're doing whatever. So just stay focused, get through there, because a lot of these, there's really not that many tips to stop procrastinating. All you need to do is just know basic things that are kind of common sense, but you just kind of need someone to tell you, so that way you're just more prepared for life. So just keep on with that. Don't worry about it. Just take the time, finish your work, and then you're all set. You're going to see results instantly. I promise you. So just don't give up and keep on doing your thing.